Yo, it's the MalloryBros podcast episode. What we on, real?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? Face ass boy. Yeah.
What did he say?
Look
What
at
did
the
he
nigga's face. Look at the nigga face. Face ass boy.
Let me make the straight face so niggas can see what it look like.
MalloryBros podcast episode 260, mother effing 8. Big shout out to Antigua. Big shout out to Barbuda. Those small but precious islands in the Caribbean. Shout out to y'all.
Let me say this.
Yeah. I want to start that way.
I'm out in Barbuda up. I'm at the Barbuda
Boot up, huh?
Antigua. Shit. How do you say it? Damn, that's a
They
hard.
tried to say we was old. We
Oh,
said
I got it.
Antigua.
Antigua food so good. It's like my auntie cook.
Terrance, no. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Man, we back. Let me take these headphones off. We back. Another week.
You
Turn
said I
this
look
shit
like
down.
Bad Boy? What did he say, Bad Boy?
Bad boy, because you look like a cop like shit, boy. You look like, hold on, watch. You look like, hey. Terrance, first of all, y'all, we could just go ahead and start right here. We give a shout out to everybody.
We give a shout out to Antigua. I'm in Barbuda up. I'm at the Barbuda
Barbuda
up.
up.
I'm in the Barbuda up. Kaba shoe club.
But all right, bet we shout out everybody out. Welcome back. Another Tuesday. I will say this, y'all. The biggest change you see is this motherfucker Terrance done cut his damn beard off.
Yes,
Fucking up
man.
our whole brand. I said, Terrance, we supposed to be getting the beard oil sponsorship by, whoever, the new men's brand. But hey, look, I will say this.
They already got Queen Asia man and them doing it, so you could whoever them roses filled up.
Terrance, no, when the salt and pepper start coming in, we good, Brody.
Nah, see, y'all don't realize I actually cut my beard because I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I saw the trend online. Terrell, no, I was in front of the trend though. I was in the front of it. It went nutty, but like it was a trend of dudes cutting their beards to just have a mustache and a chin. And I was like, you know what, man? Terrell, no, I don't like the
Look at that nigga, man.
I don't like the salt and pepper look. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't like the salt and peppers coming in, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't like that.
Man, I'm embracing them.
One thing I'm gonna say is this. I
I'm
cut
not
my
keeping
beard really, y'all, because, and this is not me trying to be fake deep. I literally cut my beard because I'm standing in the mirror and I'm looking and I'm like, you know what, bruh? Just do some shit. I had the clippers in my hand. I was on the phone with A-Train. I forget where she took Sonny to it was either the library or something Sonny had, but I knew I had time by myself. I said, you know what? Hey, I'm about to cut my beard off. She was like, you're bullshit. Because I always tell A-Train I'm going to cut my beard off. And she always say she would leave me. So, well, if you do that, I'm going to leave you. So I said, you know what? Bet. I'm just gonna I told her I'm gonna cut it. And because she was like, you're not gonna do it, bye, I got stuff to do. She hung up. I called Candace, my sister KP, and I said, KP, I'm making it happen. And I was like, A-Train don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm cutting it off. I did the first line.
I was on the phone when he did that first line, y'all. When he first went like this, look, I can tell you I got the remnants of what the nigga used to have.
Yeah, when I first.
He went right here, y'all. He went right here. Well, let me block it. He went right here and cut this. Fellas, it was your...
He was like, damn, you're not going back.
Once you do that, it ain't no going back. I said, Terrance, this is happening now. You better hope you like it.
And then...
Okay, go ahead, T.
And then look. I think without being fake deep, I wanted to see change happen immediately. I said, I want my life to just be completely different when I wake up tomorrow. I want to wake up tomorrow and like my life be like a big change. I was like, the next podcast, you see how people saying, oh, next podcast gonna be this, next podcast gonna be that, and like niggas waiting to like
see you in action.
Not even that, just like I've had a lot of people be like, yo, you look like a completely different person. Yo, you look completely different. And for the most part, it's funny, I was telling A-Train, I was telling Kelly, some of the responses is surprising for real, for what I thought it was gonna be. I'm thinking there's gonna be a lot more jokes. I'm thinking it's gonna be trend is over. This trend is done. Hang it up.
Yeah.
But I actually got some responses that shocked me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, people were fucking
Fellas,
with it.
a lot of the fellas, I was telling men can't show you so much love on your look.
Yeah.
A man not gonna tell you, hey, you actually look handsome with this joint, bruh. This actually fits you. A man's not gonna say that because of the threat of another man coming and saying, "Hey, nigga."
Yeah.
The fucked up thing is we be thinking that. Dude, laugh too hard.
Hit myself in the nuts.
God.
Oh.
Damn, I'm funny.
Ouch.
Make
But
it,
when you get hit in the nuts and your stomach do that, first of all, getting hit in the nuts is like a whole process. Like even now, you feel
Ow.
it. You feel it all the way. That motherfucker radiate like you got the bubble guts.
yeah, you
crazy.
know that joint coming.
Woo wee. But I'll say this, y'all. I haven't seen this man's face like this since we were first year college. It's been 11 years since I've seen Terrance face like that. It's honestly kind of dope, bro. It's kind of like, damn, that's really you. You still the boy that I grew up with, you know?
Yeah.
You still that boy. That's crazy. It made me way more confident. Smoking Stack for Halloween. I can't wait for that podcast. We should. The Halloween podcast is going to be, because I looked at it, Halloween is on, a Friday this year? Let me see, y'all. If I'm saying it on the pod, we got to do it too. The Halloween is on Friday. It's on, the pod is either, should we do it for the pod, the 27th pod? Or should we do it for, you got to do it.
It's one of those things where Halloween, you know, that people gonna start doing Halloween costumes, end of September type shit.
All right, bet. The pod come out on the 28th. The 28th of October is when the pod come out. We for sure smoke stack there. For sure gotta do it.
Or the one after. Oh yeah.
Because now we can't do
can't be after
you
Halloween.
can't do November 4th pod. You gotta be before.
Yeah, you gotta be before.
Yeah. All right, bet.
This is the thing about the smoking stack that's Terrell need to realize. The way that they have their hair cut. We gonna have to do that. The way that they have, like, you leave a lot on the top, but then it's almost like Michael B. Jordan had like this. It wasn't a part, but it was like he had a buzz fade up to head, but it's parted, and then you gonna have to brush your hair backwards.
I'm gonna have to look at this shit, man. We gonna have on hats, bro. I'm gonna do the hat. I ain't gotta do all of that.
Smoking stack both wore hats.
At one point. I
think at one point.
I think at one point. Anyway, y'all. Damn, what was we saying before I said smoking stack for the Halloween? Oh, we for sure.
You said you was more confident in doing that. I guess because he feel like his gonna look like mine. I told him he might look different than me.
Nah, yeah, I could do that joint and it'd be a complete fail. But nah, that's the cheat code of having a twin, y'all. If I do it, I'll look just like that. That's my cheat code that you niggas don't have.
Yeah. Terrell put a shirt on. I'm like, all right, bet I get that.
Terrance will literally, we can literally be like, oh, bet. I know what. All right, bet. That's how you can wear it. But I can go buy one now. I know for sure. It's like walking around, y'all, with like your own personal like life-size version of yourself.
He said, I can go get that. I know for sure. He looks like a crab walking around the ocean floor.
Okay, boy, you look like one of the niggas that was working with. You look like you was on the. Oh, you know who you look like? You dressed like the nigga from the Wire. I forget his name. He was one I was like, what the fuck you doing out here, Mike? Yeah, the fuck. What was his name? He was with it was Herc and
the bald dude.
Bottom line, you look undercover PD, boy. Fuck out of here. You look like, I'm here for some reefer. Boy, fuck out of here, fam.
It's niggas on, what's the name, saying that I look like Andre 3K.
You look like Andre 15. You look like Andre 1500, boy. Andre Divide 2 like shit, boy. Like shit, boy. Oh, Brody, I did want to say this. I don't know if you've seen or you have to say something about this. This podcast comes out on September the 9th, 2025, which is 9/9/2025. 9.
Yeah,
it's a special day.
Man, it is. And like, damn, I feel like I wanted to have something a little bit more prepared for that. But all I can really tell y'all is, without going so deep, is y'all know what this number means to me. 3 of them, a little bit special for me.
Holy day,
you know what I'm saying? I say this is a very, 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 very special day, at least for me personal. My Sunny B took her first legit steps today. You know what I'm saying? Like on the 8th, we recording this. So I just feel like this month is always special for me. This day falling 9/9/2025. I'm gonna see what happens, man. I know what I tell y'all every time. Use your eyeballs. This might be the day that you literally, and I'm gonna tell you, the way this 9 work, there's a quick turnaround for it, and there's a long turnaround for it. You might see something that's gonna impact your day. You might see something that's gonna impact your week. You might see something that's gonna impact your life. I tell you this, if you use your eyes today on this day, You might see something that makes it happen, y'all. I would not know A-Train if I didn't think like this. I would not be living. I would not know. My baby girl was born 9/18, y'all. Come on. This number, if you follow what I'm doing, if you follow the way I look at it.
And if you powder my trail,
I'm making my protege. Look in the sand and you see my shoe print.
That what he said?
Well, that's the saying.
You look like you run the beach bar, boy. Fuck out of here.
What do you look like, boy? Nigga look like he don't. You look like you be at the bar, boy. Nigga look like he be at Jasper's on Saturday
You definitely,
night.
y'all know how y'all go to the
I know
resort.
nigga got shot here, but it's all good. I'm still up here.
Y'all know how you go to the resort?
Rest in peace to bro who died at Jasper's. Let me say this about this haircut. This whatever. This look, y'all see that? This only lasts like 2.5 days until you start looking like you need a job.
Y'all about to start
You
seeing
know.
Terrance look crazy. He about to look Mojo Jojo on some of these pods. He about to be ugly on these joints. When he had to do that grow back, y'all, we gotta take a pod off.
It don't look that bad. When I first cut it, when you have this short, it don't look that bad. You just gotta manage your neck. Y'all see my neck here? You gotta manage that. I got this great skin moisturizer.
Brody. I will say, you know what? On the heels of, this whole you did it. It was a success. Nobody called you ugly. You had a little lightweight 2020 motion under that joint,
Nah, yeah.
People under that joint, I'm like, nigga, Terrance, actually,
What you mean 2020 motion?
meaning like back when you was outside type days.
Y'all
He
know
getting
what that
likes. He
Y'all
getting
know what that
likes. Not that he can't do nothing with it now. He see that rock. Flawless, my rock.
I'm not moved by none of it, but I was
But
looking.
nah, you know what? We got all we see. You know what I'm saying?
we gotta see. Yeah.
You gotta make sure you still that nigga.
Never.
What if Future saying that song?
Never
Give me a
forget
lyric.
about that. What?
That's all we boy face.
I never have not thought that, bro. Do you know that? On some nut ass shit, if in the gym or in certain situations, I ain't gonna say this shit out loud, but I think I'm stunting on all you niggas. That's just in my mindset, and I know a lot of y'all niggas agree with me. If you maybe it's a nigga out there that believe this. Me, you, him. We all standing in this room. I think I'm that nigga out of all of us. That's just the type of nigga that I am.
And everybody should think. You should
like,
think that. You got.
That's not me thinking that you small though. I don't think you small. I think we dope. We dope. But if we
My question to you is, how
If we
long
the-
have you thought this way? Is this a place that you got to? And then when did you get to that place? What was the point of your life where you felt that
damn
way?
me, y'all Levan said.
Okay, yeah, boy.
Fuck out of
you
here,
up
boy.
here.
On your watch head ass, boy.
You got a Speedy Mormon face now, boy. The Doxian version, boy. You look like if I made Speedy. You like if I made Speedy. You like if I made Speedy Mormon on the game and just changed the shade down, boy. I'm making it.
That's funny as shit. Anyway, all that is just, I think, like I said, I definitely did have to get to that point because I felt like you walk in somewhere and you fit. I felt like I was the small guy somewhere before and still do sometimes.
Yeah. But what point in your life did you get to the point where you feel like that confident? Because you
wasn't
wasn't always
there. It could be me, Floyd,
Terrance,
Bud
we get
Crawford,
it.
Canelo. They all can fight better than me. They all have more money than me. But I still would feel like.
I know you don't feel like you got hands in that room.
But look, that's my thing.
You ain't got
not
no hands
even
in that
about
room.
ability, y'all. This has nothing to do with ability. It's just about being. You know what I mean?
Belonging.
Not even like a specialness. It's just me who I feel I am. I don't feel any level lower than you.
Yes. We in the same room and I feel like I'm supposed to.
We both at 50. But look, you're Floyd Mayweather and I'm me random ass nigga thinking that I'm,
Nah,
But you know what that makes me do? That makes me feel like I could have a genuine ass conversation with Floyd and Floyd himself not gonna feel like this nigga looking at me like,
Nah, yeah.
I'm
I
gonna have a genuine ass conversation with you. I'm not gonna be like, Floyd, like,
it's not too many.
TBE.
All right, bet. Well, let me ask you this, Mr. I'm good in any room, face ass nigga. What's a celebrity that you would be like a little starstruck by?
The people whose art I respect. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And
How about some names of them?
And I mean, like, if
Terrance, name some people.
you want me to respect Floyd Mayweather and what he's done, but I mean, like, okay, bet I feel not small, but I will feel like, okay, bet. Let's say I'm in the same room as Ryan Coogler. I 100% see you like I'm 100% looking up at you like that.
Yeah.
You done did, like, you done stuff that I think is, like, really honorable shit. And that's why I feel like it don't really matter what you can do. It's about who I believe you to be.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like,
damn, so why you say...
what, Floyd, Canelo, and Bud Crawford?
Why did you use specifically boxers?
Because boxers have more money and they can fight. And what's one thing that men feel, look, a nigga with more money than you feel like, I don't gotta beat you in a fight, but I got more money than you, nigga. But look, the nigga that can fight think, I ain't got no more money than you, but I still beat your ass, nigga.
Yeah.
If
He might
you
think he
can't
rich,
do
nigga.
either, you feel like,
Nah, that's a good example because those are two things that can't hit your ego. You're like, okay, these niggas are professional fighters.
Professional
the squabbles
fighters.
that I think I got.
and look,
I don't know about
if
these
the
niggas.
women looking at all of us, he got money and can fight. He got money and can fight. What does he have? When you tally yourself up like that, it's not that you see so much greatness, more so than you see exactly what you're working with. And when you
And you
out there with
appreciate
exactly
it
what
more.
you're working with, yeah.
You appreciate your slice more.
I'm out
You
there.
appreciate your emotion more. When I had my first bands,
Oh, here we go. This motherfucker.
had
You look
my
like you
first-
drive Benz on your. You look like you're off.
You look like
but
if I
on your
hired- remember
work
when Gunna-
day, you drive Benzes, boy.
when Gunna said, I got the Maybach driver, pay for the year. He was talking about a nigga that you boy.
Look,
you look
you're-
you look like the driver.
You look like you actually drive your Benzes for to drive people around, boy. You paranoid like shit driving. Look, you looking up at the rearview mirror.
Terrance, boy, you look like a sketchy.
Mr. Benjamin.
You look like
got
a-
to eat the Oreos in the morning in the back.
Terrance, that's what you look like, boy. You look like a sketchy
Mr.
Uber driver,
Benjamin.
boy. You look like the Uber driver that the girl get in and send her boyfriend the location immediately.
Oh, you know what?
Bae, here's my... Got in the driver with a weird motherfucker.
I don't think I look weird, Terrell. You trying to say that I look weird, but
You
I
look
don't.
like you
really
gonna pull
look
up in
weird,
a
boy.
dirty Corolla.
You look like a nigga named.
Oh, we thought we did an Uber XL. This nigga had a small hatchback pulled up, boy.
And I get out and I say it's still an Excel.
He get out sweating. We like, uh-oh.
An Excel.
We just gotta make it to the airport, y'all. We just gotta make it to the airport. We just gotta make it to the airport. Then bake it.
Fuck in. Look, we had bruh pull up. It said he was on a bike, right? On DoorDash. It said he was on a bike. This nigga pull up in this blue ass joint, spin the block.
That's what I don't like
told
about
A-Train,
DoorDash.
I said, what the fuck? I was like, that's illegal. That's illegal. Because apparently, look, if you say you got a bike and you DoorDash, they think, okay, bet. Then we not going to give the nigga an order 30 minutes from here because the nigga going to have to bike. So it's going to be a bunch of short radius orders. But if you got a car, then you're low-key, that's not.
Nah, yeah. Y'all need to stop fucking around with the DoorDash shit. We don't know who to look for. The dude was like, I'm here. I answered the phone. I said, this don't sound like Teresa.
Oh, yeah.
It said Teresa's on the way, and I see somebody's auntie picture. Who the
I
fuck
just
is
went to work.
this? It sound like the nephew.
Crazy. I just went to work yesterday and got more cash. Got off. I'm hungry. Gun out. Maybe you were supposed to finish. Busta Rhymes face ass nigga.
Busta Rhymes,
Don't this shit make my people want to?
That's what you look like, boy. You look like bum, bum,
Face
bum, 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 bum. Fat man,
ass
scoop,
nigga.
fat ass nigga, boy. All right, look, what we starting with?
You
We
look
gonna
like the
start with-
nigga that told the poem at ATL. We just couldn't see him. I don't get time to bend. And when that time comes again. You look like that. When time again I spend.
again.
When the 10 I'm
Hey,
in, the
first
skin
of all,
I'm
that is
in.
a legendary piece of spoken word. And you're being very disrespectful, bitch ass nigga.
How saying you look like a Johnny
I just
face
being the
ass
same
nigga?
skin I'm in.
If it wasn't for the... You look like was it Raheem? Jaheim. I said, oh, girl.
Terrance, okay, boy, you look like you sang the song that they was playing when Omarion and Marcus Houston got robbed and you got served, boy. If heaven was a mile away. When I pack up my bags and leave, boy, face ass, boy. That's what you look like, boy.
Elgin. Elgin and David.
You got an Elgin face, boy. You look like your name is Elgin.
You look like your name is David, boy. Fuck out of here. Nigga has a, You look like your name is David and you're a fucking...
Terrance, we always talk about these same movies.
You know what's a bunch of niggas listening to this podcast right now named David that's like,
a bunch of David.
Look, I'm about to have gay 45 hit Davey. Gotta come for the Davids. Okay.
I guess we start with the what we start with, T? We start with what? Druski dressing up for the NASCAR. Let's go.
Okay, bet. Druski did a skit. It was a viral skit. It was a funny skit that he did where he dressed up as somebody, I think it's called that guy who loves being an American. Right? Druski painted his whole face and body
Yeah.
white.
That joint was like movie quality.
Full makeup done. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's seen the video by now, but the controversy surrounding the Druski skit first was from a side I feel like a lot of us don't see, bro.
Yeah.
And the real controversy, the reason why I felt like it made the news is because you had a lot of people who didn't like the fact that he acted the way that he acted and he said he was proud to be an American type shit.
Oh, I did see that side of it too.
And I told A-Train the reason why this one of the first Druski skits that low-key could be aimed a little political, but he wasn't. You know what I mean? But
yes.
You can see how the political parties can now say, "Oh, we don't like that," because you saying USA in your video.
Oh shit, yeah.
So
you making it about being an American? Yeah, you gonna piss off certain people
repping a certain party.
Yes,
which could be very
100%.
And look. Hey, look, that's the backlash
Normally
you gonna get anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even if you anybody dressing up as anybody and you could come out and say, hey, I'm voting for Kamala, you're gonna have the political backlash because you made a political.
You're gonna have backlash from people that
type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the original backlash. I feel like that's the backlash that made it to
What do you think about that?
the news. And to me, I feel like we just said, that's expected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could expect that too.
That I didn't see, that I get. You know what I mean? That you can go to sleep and wake up on whatever. The controversy within, I would say, on Twitter, or with more regular folks, was the fact that Druski's painting his face and acting like another race, and it's funny and we all laugh at it, and you have certain people, both black, white, coming in and comparing what Druski did to blackface. Or they'll say if a white person did this, then it wouldn't be accepted. But since Druski did this, it is accepted. And that created this big ass conversation online just about that. It's funny, I know exactly how Terrell feels about this situation, as well as most black folks with this situation. Go ahead, Terrell.
He tried to make it seem like I'm going to be the person to just say, I feel like I understand people having an issue with it, of course, right? Somebody, they're making a mockery. They make it, I get people, I understand people saying, you know, they don't like the fact that this is the proud to be an American representation. I get that. I think this archetype exists in y'all community. I understand feeling like this isn't the representation of whatever. Cool. I feel like when you start to say, all right, bet, let's compare this to if they were to do blackface. Now the conversation changes from, I agree that what he did may have been disrespectful to you. Yeah. But now you're comparing to me something that has a deeper and still very present effect. If that makes sense. Blackface.
Okay.
My bad.
Now, you see, this when me and Terrell have this argument because we agree, but we have... I feel like we actually agree now, Me and Terrell will agree on the tree, but we'll disagree about the branches and leaves.
Then we don't agree on the tree. We agree about the stump.
No, motherfucker. A stump is a cut down tree.
The stump of the tree is brown, Terrance.
A stump is a cut down tree.
Terrance, a stump is a part of the tree.
Stump is not a part of a tree. A stump is a cut
okay,
down
what do you
tree.
call this part? The tree is green.
A tree,
the motherfucking
a tree trunk?
tall part.
A trunk? Is it a tree trunk? I thought a trunk was the bottom of the tree.
Motherfucker, we stupid as hell up here.
Football kickoff.
Punt.
I'm at the bottom of the T. Gun out. I had to go in the trunk
of a tree.
I smoked the L down to the bottom of the tree.
Leaf, crown, trunk. It is the trunk. You're right.
Hey,
what did I say?
You said it was the
stump. The stump of the tree.
A stump was a cut down
tree.
Yeah.
It's the trunk of the tree. Damn. All right, bet.
Which I don't even know if that's.
You said we disagree about the branch of leaves though. All right, bet. So back to the Druski shit because we some stupid niggas.
Like, cause what you just said. Damn, and I forget what I even disagreed with the nigga.
I basically just think you know how I feel about the blackface. I feel like it's one thing to say that it's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful, but I think when you start saying, "Oh, what if they start doing blackface?" It's like, "Oh, you mean like, it's different. It's like that will be fucked up because of what y'all use blackface for. Y'all wasn't just doing this, oh, we all whatever. Unfortunately, it's a reality. The people that look like you before kind of made it so that y'all can't be in on this type of joke and do this. And it's nobody else's fault but the fact that y'all did that years ago. I feel like that should be understandable. Nobody is saying what Druski did is okay. Because I still think what Druski did is like, all right, Druski started to muddle the line a little bit where you see the joint he did in the nail salon, it's like he kind of gets away with it because the demographic that he's mocking be in the video. So it kind of, it gives if they cool with it, then I guess it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
But I think what he did was a way T, but I don't think you can compare it to, you heard what I just said about the blackface shit. That's how I feel.
Yes, and honestly, it's
What
funny.
do you think about that?
I'm not gonna be the person that that tweet was going around like it's some dumbass niggas right there saying whatever. I'm not doing that. All I'm really trying to say is I don't think that we should tell a joke that if it was told on us, it's very sensitive. You know? I told Terrell, the best example I can have is you can't be the dude saying your mama jokes when your mother just passed. Cause if he respond with the same joke, because if you ask Druski, was he trying to be offensive? He gonna say, nah, I'm joking. I got people in the video that's whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you ask Druski if he understood the backlash, he'd probably say, man, damn the backlash. This is a, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But people can still feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I feel like the pain, like I get what you're saying because we have the pain of the knowledge of the history of what y'all used it for.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it is a like I said before, I can see why people would have an issue with what Druski did.
Yeah.
I also, like me and Terrance said this as well, we felt like if Druski just did that joint in his regular skin tone, the same antics, I feel like it would have been funny because it's you. Like when he did the Bubba Joe, remember he was doing it before. That was he wasn't painting his skin back then. Like, and that was hilarious when he was acting like the country dude that would kiss the dog.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's already been effective of him doing that. So I don't know why. I feel like it was just a little, all right, now you gonna start pissing people off this way. And I get that this is what the internet is.
Yeah.
Like, how can I be just, like, comedy now is crowd work. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, who's she? Have you noticed that? All stand-up comedians do now. It ain't like back in the day where everybody getting up there with jokes they crafted. That's why we love Dave Chappelle. That's why we love certain people. Even like a Kevin Hart, who we know gonna get up there and give us the traditional aspect of
it's a challenge
comedy.
though, Terrell, because everybody trying to be funny everywhere. So when you getting up on the stage, there's a type of funny.
Nah, yeah.
You know?
But that's the thing. The new form of comedy is crowd work and fucking with the crowd.
But that's been there. That's been around.
Right. Sure.
Right.
But like now, T, you gotta admit.
I feel you.
And niggas will tell you. All over IG, all you see is crowd work comedians. Like everybody's telling a joke with the crowd. Oh, who's she? Whatever. You know? But the other side of that is kind of like, yo, what can we do that's funny as hell, but it's kind of offensive, but it's just not offensive enough to where I'm in the clear. You know, like some of Theo Von. The best thing about Theo Von is that he kind of, in the beginning when he first came out, like when he first popped, it was kind of like he would say stuff that some people would think is offensive, but he would say it in like a he being funny type of way. That shit worked. That archetype worked. The reason why I even bring up the
new style of comedy.
The new style of comedy is because of the fact that that's what's acceptable. Like, of course, Druski could have just did it himself, but now look at what happened with this. I would argue this went further because he did the antic shit. Now, the antic shit is...
But what are you saying when you say that? That people should do this so that it goes further?
No. I'm not saying should. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking to why I feel like he made the decision to do it as opposed to not just... But I mean, I feel like, I get what you're saying. I don't feel like what you saying is ridiculous. I don't feel like what you saying is like some coon shit. I don't feel like you saying... Yo, but I get what you're saying. Don't make the fucked up joke that you wouldn't want somebody to make about you, especially when you got history tied behind it. It's kind of like I get it.
And there's people who feel like, you know, blackface is different because blackface, they use blackface to, you can stop right there. Like,
it's very different.
That I totally understand. And I don't think that when a white person does it, it's the same as, I don't think when a white person does it, it's the same as Druski when Druski's doing it because of the history.
Mm-hmm.
But I do sometimes feel like the intent is the same as Druski sometimes. To where I don't think that, and this is why I personally didn't necessarily like it, because I'm like, we can't run the risk of a joke being told that we find sensitive. So it's almost like you don't tell it. You ain't gonna be the nigga that's like, your mother fat, your mother ugly, your mother
But see,
this.
I don't like that because it makes it seem like we should be careful what we say in case they say.
Hold on,
I don't
wait,
give a fuck
Terrell.
what they say back.
Hold on, wait, no, but you do. You see how you just
Terrence,
said
nah,
that?
nah.
You do. Because if Theo Von do like he said and put on a Jerry curl, he's gonna get a much different response than Druski.
And now whose fault is that, T? Is that us being hypocritical? No. You're doing something that you know it has a history tied to it. It's different than this because
This my
So
thing.
yes, it's not that you're gonna get a different response, but we did the same thing. Y'all didn't do the same thing. He did something that he did something.
He dressed up.
That's similar.
He dressed up like a white person in a white area in 2025.
And you
This
dressed
white
up.
person dressed like a black person in a black area in 2025.
You're dressed like the same people.
Because he's dressing like black people, and it ties back
Not
to...
no, in blackface, not dressing like in black. We talking about in
Well, that's what I'm
whiteface,
saying. Yeah,
in
yeah,
blackface. Terrence, you gotta think about the
The difference
history
between the two is because there's history tied behind them. But in this present moment, though, is what I'm saying, there's really no difference in the present, in the two jokes. I don't think if Theo Von did a joke where he dressed up in all black, like he painted his face black and went around some ignorant ass black people and was acting black, I don't think that would
be a
take
terrible idea.
opportunities away from black people, or even put black people in harm's way like it did when blackface was out, is what I'm saying. So when you look at the 2025 aspect of it, my thing is, since the joke itself, when it's told back on us, is gonna make us feel a way, I just feel like there's plenty other jokes that we could tell that that if they say it back, okay, bet we could play ball, but like we shouldn't play the, hey y'all, look how this race be acting, huh? But when they make look how black people act, we take offense. And my thing is,
If you want to make up how black people act, it's fine, T. Some people do the same thing. They say black people don't change. They smoke detectors. It's cool. If you go do blackface, now you starting to do something that.
But Terrell, even if somebody make a how black people act,
Terrence,
video,
nah, don't make it seem like we don't be having fun. People make jokes about us all the time. It depends on what joke you make, just like anybody. Don't make it seem like black people are these, you can't joke with us. You can joke with us.
Terrell,
Everybody joke with us.
I'm not saying you can't joke with us. I'm just saying one thing other races know is
Don't fuck without trauma, because we'll say something.
But this the thing. If they're just joking on how you are right now, right? Do you see how we interpret it as you're joking on our trauma?
Parents know. If you do blackface,
Terrell, okay, bet.
If you just joking on us, like I said, they say we don't change our smoke detectors. That's some us now
Terrell,
shit we
that's
gotta
some-
admit.
yeah.
Cool. Funny. But like blackface, now you introducing something that created lasting stereotypes that we're still fighting.
Terrell, but what if
Like-
one of y'all, what if a black dude paint his face white? Everybody listen to this. Do y'all not see how that could cause confusion? Even though we both understand the history of blackface as black folks, we understand the history of blackface. Do you not understand how like us doing not that, because the only reason why it's not the same is because we didn't do it in the past. But the actual act is the same. I want you to imagine that like back in the day, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Terrence, but no, because you gotta think about this.
you painting your face and acting like another race, you're painting your face and acting like another race. Because this race actually did this in the past. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you saying you know it's different, but then you're saying this like it's the same.
Terrell.
So do you know it's different?
The history
Or-
is different, but the act and the joke, the history is
agree
different, but
with
the
that.
act right now is the same. That's why I'm thinking the only person who's gonna get upset about this whole thing is us. So
Because
if
we are the
everybody
ones
tell
that
the
have
joke-
to live with this joke,
So
the
do you-
reality of this joke.
So
Now,
do you see why we shouldn't tell
Terrence,
the joke?
Sure, but you also gotta remember.
my only point.
Druski is one nigga that made a joke.
Yeah.
Black people, there's gonna be, and that's the thing that we also sometimes get hung up on.
Yeah.
Some black people, a lot of black people, if Theo Von was to do that, I think the same people that think what Druski did is fine and they say whatever, they're not gonna be the ones that are so vocal also on the TL. There's gonna still be black folks up in a roar because not all of us think the same. And you're gonna ignite the other side of black people that do take that serious.
Yeah.
And Druski telling that one joke, he is not all black folks. That doesn't open the door for now all these, because people will say stuff like, if Druski's doing this, it makes it so all these white comedians, now they get to start making fun of black folks. And I don't think that.
Why? What makes you think that
I don't think that would happen. And I feel like if it does, right? If you get white comedians start doing blackface and they say, oh, I'm doing this because of Druski, you get the response from black folks. Because if you do blackface and you're famous enough, you're going to get...
What do you have to say to Druski, though? As a black person, if a bunch of white people started doing blackface, right, and it just started to become a thing, and they all are saying, we did this because Druski painted his face white, I don't see why we as black people shouldn't go to Druski and say, hey, Druski, you shouldn't play with the race thing like that because you could start a race this. Because we don't want them to do it.
I understand that.
One thing I felt like I saw a lot of people saying is like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. did it and nobody said anything. Robert Downey Jr. did it and no one said anything. Y'all are just showing that you weren't outside when that happened. Robert Downey Jr., do your research. Robert Downey Jr. faced hella backlash from black people when he did that. Because we thought when he said, yeah, I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. You think we thought he sounded authentically black? It was white people that was like, oh, come on, he's nailing it. He's killing it. It's accurate. And we was like, yo, that's not what black men act like. That's what a 70s black man act like.
Yeah, like, it was definitely
white people were saying that was accurate. Robert Downey Jr. had to come out and say, my black friends told me I killed it. That's how you know he getting backlash.
Yeah, for sure. The good reviews have made it to 2025, but if you were outside back then, it did go different. I do remember that. And T, remember,
don't rewrite
my
history.
take is not that what Druski did. I don't get why. I don't think. First of all, white people like. I don't care to make sure y'all don't respond. Just me, especially with shit like this where. Like, dog, people think we love chicken and watermelon and stuff like that, right? Y'all know that all stems back to the original caricatures, blackface cartoons, where they were making it seem, they were white men dressed as in blackface, but making it seem like we love watermelon. They put it on postcards and sent it all across America. Now, all of a sudden, we love watermelon. That never really been our thing for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but blackface goes all the way back there. So, yes. Unfortunately, white folks, this is not a line in the sand between us. This is just the truth. For the people that think they should be able to do it the same as Druski, I would say it is. I can understand why people have an issue with Druski's thing, but I think you got to remember that when y'all did this shit, let me show you the history.
So
because,
I bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you can show them the history. Now think about this. This means you can tell a joke.
Terrance, that is what changes it. Yes.
Them.
That is what changes it. Yes. T,
that they can't ever tell on you. But my question to you is,
Terrance, yes.
How long do you get to tell this joke on them that they can't tell on you? Because I guess
you oppress people, bro. Y'all oppress people.
But for how long?
You're still oppressing people.
Okay, look, for how long are we? Hey, look, think about this. I don't like, and this is just my mindset.
We got after
and that's true. We ain't gonna get too far. I don't like you being able to say something that I can't say. That's just how I feel.
What if your people are? What if your grandfather disrespected my?
What if our granddad robbed some other nigga granddad and he coming and he holding that and it's some little nigga holding that shit up against Crew? You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, if Crew now lives a life where he benefits from from us killing that nigga's granddad, that nigga gotta shut his mouth when Crew say, hey, fuck you, nigga, because you literally living a life of privilege. And we talking about a joke, but like if we get serious, it's like that joke changed our reality when you told it. Like, so yes, T, you right. But it is the same thing. I just do think, that's where it's not the same. Because you have to put that part in where we killed his grandfather and it made it so that Crew would have a crazy advantage and this kid doesn't get the same chance because of what, you know what I'm saying? Like it's literally.
But what if this kid is now just it's not even about advantage. both Druski and Theo Von, if you ask me, have the same comedic.
Yes. Audience.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they have the same or similar.
I think they have the same comedic chance. You know what I'm saying? Theo Von got to appeal to white people. Druski got to appeal to black people. But it ain't like Theo Von can fuck up Druski bag. It ain't like a white comedian can come in and fuck up Druski bag. So that's why I'm like.
But what are you talking about?
So that's why I'm saying if Druski can tell a joke, you know what I'm saying? Then I feel like if Druski is telling a joke that we can't, but like if Druski's telling a joke that somebody else can't tell, it could open the door or eliminate the problem. I want y'all to think about what we see in the comments. People saying, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, I don't think that it's that big of a deal. Y'all need to realize that they are legit trying to get rid of our history. And like, we look at it like you see black people saying, yo, it's just a joke. And the people that's talking about like how that's taking it too serious, they taking it too serious. And it's okay to think that. But there's also, I feel like something y'all not thinking about, which is the white people saying, yo, I don't think it's that big of a deal anyway. I thought this was funny. Oh yeah, it's okay for you to think it's funny because, like you said, Terrell, there's no history behind y'all. So white people, the people are like, oh, come on, y'all, look, white people find it funny. They ain't got the history we got. But they can find it.
So we should not, I get it.
Look, they can find it funny. They gonna say it's not a big deal, and then when they start doing it, they gonna they gonna say y'all said it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? They gonna point and say that it's not that big of a deal, but they're gonna be doing it, and we gonna look stupid.
I feel like if white people start doing backlash, if white people start doing blackface, they will get extreme backlash from the black folks that actually will be pissed off about it. T. I feel like the same people that you can't say
like hypocrites?
Because Terrance, no, because the same people, like I said before, the people that don't have an issue with the Druski thing, I don't think they're going to be the ones that's loud on the TL. Those are not going to be the same group of black folks.
It doesn't matter.
It's going to be, but that's my thing.
The same group of people. Of
No,
course,
but
it's going to be
what
a
I'm
different
saying,
group of people.
but no, what I'm saying is they both going to be black folks. But this ain't the black folks you can say, oh, but y'all was cool when Druski did it. They going to say, no, we weren't.
But
and they going to say, but we have an issue with this motherfucker doing this.
But that doesn't mean that.
And I feel like,
you know.
But I don't see it as a.
I feel like, yeah, I'm one of the people that would have an issue if a white person did blackface. I'm one of them people. I'm just one of them people to the point where I'm like, hey, Druski, you shouldn't do this one because what if they do it? And you have people saying, oh, if they do it, then it's different. It's a history. It's this. It's like, okay,
if they do it, then
all of that is true, but they could still do it and then say we don't give a fuck.
Look, they do it. Now what?
Now
you're going to deal with the. You're going to deal with.
Now we'll say, damn, we should start telling people who make jokes that, hey, this joke could lead to more jokes being told that are insensitive to us. Like,
so, like,
Druski, you shouldn't
we're
paint
funnier
your
than y'all.
face and
We're
act
gonna
like another
out
race.
joke y'all then. Like,
Druski, you shouldn't paint your face to be another race because if they paint their face to be like us, we got a bad history tied
it
to
sounds like don't say nothing when you walk in over there because if they get mad, they can come get us. That's what it sounds like, G.
How?
Because it
We're
sounds,
not saying don't joke about white people.
You're
look,
not
he
saying
he did the whole skit himself and it would have been fine. Had the same right wing backlash because he said America. It's just the pain in your face ties to our trauma, not theirs. How am I looking out for them?
Because it's not you saying, hey, we got trauma.
I am.
No, but let me say this. It's not you saying, or it doesn't sound like you saying, yo, we got trauma tied to blackface. So we shouldn't make jokes like that knowing we got trauma. We ain't about to stoop down to their level and do that bullshit.
But that's low key that is my point, Terrell. That is literally it.
Okay, but I'm gonna just tell you, but what you said to me and what it sounds like is don't make jokes because what if they start making jokes? Then we're gonna have to deal with jokes from that. It sounds more so like let's get out of the town before they come type. You know, it didn't sound more. It doesn't. And y'all, you can tell me. Maybe I just how I heard it.
I just feel like when they finally do tell the jokes, Terrell, like you said, we are gonna come out and we are gonna have a problem with it. But what about the me's who was trying to avoid us having a problem? I'm saying, y'all, we shouldn't let one of us tell a joke that's going to inspire them to disrespect us. Like, we can't say Druski should be able to tell any joke about somebody and we should be protected by our history that they won't stoop low and say that they going to stoop.
Terrance, but let them go.
Look
Let them
at
go
how
and they'll
us-
get canceled. And then look, it's not.
Son, but we
it's
live in
not.
a-
It's not. You know.
We live in a world
We will
now
get-
where, bro, you might not
do
get canceled.
blackface.
You're
You're
going
gonna
to
deal with
cancel in this 2025.
Terrance, that's fine, but like, what is doing blackface?
That's fine.
Why would we have to be afraid of white comedians doing blackface? What is it going to change for black
it's
folks?
not-
Like, if they start doing it, oh no! Like, what
Terrell,
should we
this
be afraid of?
No, it's not that you should be afraid because that's ego. All I'm saying
but no,
is,
you're saying-
since we have trauma, and if they told the joke, we would have a problem. Why even like?
I understand that. I understand that for sure.
What you trying to take a pop socket off?
No, Gigi broke my damn pop socket. It was kind of my fault, but I understand that logic, bro. I get that, and like I said,
We're gonna leave it to the.
we'll leave it at that.
Leave your thoughts in the comments
Yeah.
what y'all think. Don't indict us too much on what we say because hey, look, y'all, stuff happens during the week and we have to talk about it. But like,
I'm not worried about anything. Are you worried?
not at all. I don't think that I don't like I said. I don't think that we saying anything either of us that's like.
No, too egregious. No.
Yeah.
I'd have told you.
This was one of those topics, y'all, where we're gonna disagree. We still
You're gonna,
family.
me and you, yeah.
And I mean them. They might agree with Terrell. They might agree with me. They might agree.
Nah,
You know?
yeah.
Do want to switch it up real quick. Of course, everybody saw the updates for the Young Thug jail, Gunna,
leaks,
phone
the leak
call, the
tapes, leak
leaks.
tapes.
And there was a big interview that he did that I watched for 2 hours and like 50 minutes, 2 hours, something minutes. Great. I think it was a great interview.
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
It was entertaining.
It was a great interview.
I didn't
it was
watch the
an actual
whole
interview.
thing.
An actual Young Thug interview was talking about his life. I'm like, all right, bet. He
I
got
ain't
a
watched the
legit Thug interview.
whole, but
Thug said a lot of stuff, y'all, since the last time y'all seen this podcast. And we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that he said, but one thing I will say is these last couple hearings from Thug, like hearing him in the interview and hearing some of the things that he said in some of them calls that recently came out, I feel like some of the momentum has shifted a little bit with all of this. I think a lot of people are looking at this from a bird's eye view instead of from a side anymore. You know, a lot of people was like, you know, okay, rat, non-rat. A lot of people was doing that. You know what I'm saying? With
Yes,
it.
yes.
I think a lot of people are now looking at the situation for what it is. You know, hearing Thug talk about, and I think a lot of people can relate. Hearing the actual pain in Thug voice when he talked about Gunna changed how I looked at the whole shit.
now hold on, wait, because
Lord
before
be.
we even got there, Terrance, all them calls leaked of him talking about literally everybody.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if you want to.
Because you see, y'all, Terrance is a Thug fan. He's trying to get to the redeeming
I'm not.
man Thug
No, I'm
part.
not.
Yeah, because you skipping, that's the juicy part, boy. Came at Future, talk shit about,
But I believe what Thug said and when he said and what I said last week, y'all.
Now, this is what I'll say. I think Thug was talking a lot of shit. Like he said, you on the phone. You don't think you ever gonna come home
You
for
saw
real?
the part where he said, I'm in 23-1. I'm in a cell 23 hours. I go and get he said I go get body slammed by the judge and then I come back and it's your girl and then look, your girl is gonna say, hey, you heard about.
And y'all
you
know. Come on, y'all. Everybody that's been with their girl, you know your girl is the person you talk to. That's who you talk shit to.
I agree with the dude who was like, y'all like, okay, y'all, I talk about everybody. I ain't that, you know what I'm saying?
I do not like the holier than thou-ness of the TL in this situation.
Terrell, but
and we'll get there.
I
but-
don't pillow talk like how Thug was.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But I don't like everybody acting like y'all. Thug was not saying when they said Thug was talking shit about Future. What he said about Future? I said I agree.
That's why I told you some of the
I thought the shit he said about Future, I'm sorry, was true. Hey, and he wasn't even saying it
You
like
say what he
agreed.
said?
Basically, I'm sorry. He basically said something along the lines of, I wish I had it. He said, yo, he got all these kids, but he worried about the women. Like, he trying to be on some player shit. He need to just chill and get with them kids. Something as simple as that. Is that a diss?
He said something like, when I became a superstar, I stopped nutting in bitches. I stopped nutting. He became a superstar. He did the opposite.
I feel like,
Something like
nigga,
that.
you did. It's almost like when your man who's an alcoholic
But
say,
it ain't like Future got a bunch of babies while
He-
being a star. He already kinda, you know.
Terrance, you about to shoot this nigga bail. He has what, 9 children by what? How many baby mothers? I'm about looking it up.
How many baby
we
mothers
know
was
what
there
that
before
nigga's
the-
about. I just feel like, I do think It was the one thing about it is like some of the stuff that Thug said over this past week, because we started with the Kendrick diss, and it was just like, it felt so random, you know?
Yeah.
Because I get what Thug is saying. This is the thing about Thug.
I want to talk about the Kendrick part. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right, because he dissed Kendrick and said, you ain't put nobody on, you ain't, you'll never
I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. When he said, we asked for a feature, me, he said, wham, baby. I think he said money bag. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. I'm one of the people that was like, yeah. Kendrick, I would have loved to get Kendrick with some of those other artists, because y'all don't realize that, like, when Kendrick would tap in with those artists, it was like, oh shit. Like, it was dope. But what do we think about?
You mean you're referring to the new Freezer,
a mask off with Future? Like, if he would tap in, it would add a certain element of like
with that side of Atlanta, because people will say he tapped in with Future, but you've been tapped in with Future for so long, you know. And I will say that I think Thug speaks from a place of like y'all gotta remember, like, growing up.
That was home. Let me say this, right? I gotta say this. That is arguably one of the kings of Atlanta music, right there.
Yes, it is.
You literally, K-Dot, you named Thug in Not Like Us and was like, and talked about how you needed this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You mean how Drake, Thug made you feel like you was slime in your head? That joint.
Thug made you feel like you was slime in your head. Yes. I just feel like, even saying that, Thug made you feel like you was slime in your head.
I mean, you know Thug's impact. That mean you know.
That mean you know Thug impact, especially in Atlanta. All I'm saying is, it's telling to hear that was Thug's response, low-key, to that. Thug's response was to Kendrick, was to tell him, and this is Thug in a cage, so this is arguably very honest thoughts.
That's true.
And Thug, of course, got money from Drake. He ain't getting no money from Kendrick. So those feelings could have been coming from there, but
I don't think he have a real relationship with Kendrick like that, though.
I don't think he does either. But to hear him say we reached out to him and he didn't want to help us out, my question to everybody is, like, you got people who were saying that Thug looked like, oh, that's Thug just a nigga looking for a handout and Kendrick didn't have to do shit for you. I just think it's funny we say that about the nigga who acts as though, you know what I'm saying? Imagine I say, you took advantage of Rail. The only reason why you hang around Rail is because Rail made you cool, you lame ass nigga. Then guess what? Rail come out and say, that nigga Terrance, every time I hit that nigga Terrance, he don't hit me back. Fuck that nigga. That nigga act like he whatever. Yo,
I understand it for sure.
This is the king of Atlanta music, is all I'm gonna say. So
now, I just don't think Kendrick has roots in Atlanta. I feel like his roots in Atlanta are Metro and Future. Like, you know?
Yeah, roots.
Musically.
And then,
like,
and of course, street
and I'm
shit.
talking 2025. Like, I feel like if Kendrick go to Atlanta, now Cardi. But Cardi is the most wild card shit that kind of foils the why would he work with them, y'all? Because, well, you know?
Yeah.
And before you work with Rich the Kid, so like, you've done that. But like, just because you did a feature, like, now we're not using features to discredit what he said. But I mean, it is what it is.
I don't think it's necessarily about us thinking Kendrick need to put somebody on. I just think I'm thinking of the music. Like, why the fuck would we get a track from, and it's like,
for me, it's not
the
so
music
much.
might be good, y'all.
Yeah. For me, it's two things. I look at the truth and everything. Thug saying this from Atlanta. He's talking about Atlanta artists. Listen to the artist he named. There is truth to that. Like, oh, we reached out to Kendrick. He didn't want to help us. Whatever. You'll never be Drake. Doesn't that sound like something that the nigga that you didn't help would say? Like, it shouldn't be, that was such oh my God, because people don't like when people talk about Kendrick.
Another thing that swung the momentum a lot with the Young Thug situation was the stuff that he was saying about Gunna. Like,
Yes.
One big takeaway that I had was that, you know, a lot of people looked at Thug. If y'all listen to this, before this podcast, we was talking about how, you know, Thug's situation kind of turned on him because he ended up saying stuff.
Yes.
You know, and Thug got on that interview and started basically explaining how he viewed himself as not a rat, but he still viewed Gunna and other people as
a rat.
Rats. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not from the streets, but I definitely feel like I have a firm understanding of some street
understood what he was
politics.
saying.
And I felt like, damn, y'all, I kind of understood what he was saying about him not being a rat.
Yeah.
It was
Once
just what I was saying last week.
Once he
Yeah.
explained it and was like, I can do what I got to do to help niggas. I kind of get it. And you know, if for those of us that are not too invested, all I needed to hear him was to add a little bit more context. I still think though, like I get it. And I guess, you know, niggas not treating enough to care as much. They're just gonna say, I don't care.
That's it.
I don't care, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, people are just gonna run back to their artists getting canceled for whatever, you know?
And that's what I wanted to say. I don't care either. You know?
I don't care to say, I don't care about this for Thug as much as I didn't care for Gunna. I still listen to Thug, y'all.
But this is my point.
I am still spinning the nigga.
I don't care about the street shit because I don't come from the streets.
Yeah.
And I feel like the niggas that do come from the streets, if you care about the street shit, the street aspects, I can't listen to Gunna because I feel like he a rat. I get it.
Even when Thug said the gay thing is like a 2016 mistake. Even though it read bad, but when he said it, because he said, if you gay, did you see that? He was like, you watched the interview.
Oh,
he was like, if you
yeah.
gay. But he wasn't saying it like, if you gay, I can't fuck with you. He was saying, if you tell me you
a straight man, and then I find out you gay,
I'm gonna look at you different.
I'm gonna look at you different.
I agree with that because you lied and you didn't have to lie. I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would look at you different.
Yeah.
But the way that read when
and the reason why is not because I feel like you wasn't confident in who you are. It's more so I don't know what I'm getting.
Yes.
I don't know what
That's not unreasonable. But again, T, on Twitter, where everybody is holier than thou, where we just gonna take everything that comes out of these calls and go, oh my God, he said this about this person, that person. Like, I really wish all of you niggas convo with your girl would leak. And how much shit you talk.
Come on.
For years, if you was locked up,
Imagine,
I'm telling you, y'all, the shit that I have said to Gigi over the last 2 years, I don't know who I have talked about. I'm not a shit talker. Like, I never talk bad on people.
A-Train.
But you know what, y'all?
If A-Train watched this right now, she know damn well I have talked big shit about this man sitting right here.
Hell yeah. And guess what? Your girl,
I would say this nigga's fucking tripping. I went in the room and said, fuck Terrell before 2 A-Train.
Bro, yeah. And that's just...
And it's just...
I feel like...
If he had to hear that, like Thug said, I just gonna have to call you and tell you what I was on, bruh. That's it.
Your girl is your...
But it ain't no love lost.
Gigi, my safe haven, bro. Like, sometimes I need to vent all of this frustration out.
It's
I might
venting.
say something that I legit don't even mean that harsh.
I never mean it.
But
if I
I'm
say
frustrated.
Fuck Terrell. Y'all think I mean that shit? I never mean that shit.
But I'm not saying this shit to bail Thug out, because he did say some egregious shit. I thought the
did.
Glorilla shit was fucked up. You ain't had to go that hard on Glow. Like, you ain't had to go that hard on Glow. I get it. When Glorilla first popped, y'all, she did not look like how she look now. That is the truth. But you ain't had to go that hard on Glow. I felt that was fucked up to you, and you're a Glorilla fan.
I am a Glorilla fan, and I definitely thought that was fucked up because Glow also, like, not necessarily...
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
I get it. You got your girl on the phone. You trying to, like, I don't know.
Terrell know, y'all.
I
I have to say this. That Glorilla situation a little funny. Because they said, Glorilla said, he was in my DMs. I told Mariah the Scientist just like, remember we talked about that. She just like threw him to, she threw Glorilla to the dogs with him low key, because she was like, they say she looked like Rihanna. And it kind of made him go, what the fuck? No, I'm fucking.
Now, yeah.
And it's this is what I was gonna say. You know, your girl sometimes be low-key knowing when you might have a thing for somebody. So since Thug was in, and this is me just, I'm not gonna say me pillow talking, but this me being a conspiracy guy, I be thinking sometimes your girl will know you favor shorty. So they test you and be like, hey, you see so-and-so, and then look what Thug do. She ugly as shit. She ugly as fuck.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
for sure. Even Glorilla herself might be like, yeah, okay, but he was in my DM, so she might not be taking that.
And you see the damage control. I mean, honestly, y'all, it was a messy ass weekend.
And the last thing I'm gonna say about the shit is the Gunna shit. I just kind of personally feel like it would be nice to hear something from Gunna. We let niggas not say nothing. Kendrick, Drake, You just did a Bobbi Altoff interview where you talk about getting your nails painted and shit like that. Why do we have to sit around and watch y'all niggas not talk? Like, talk about this shit. And low key, you don't even realize that you not talking about it keeps it right here. If you would just get on the interview and just say, hey, you know what?
If think about it.
I think it would humanize Drake. I think it would humanize
in terms of
Kendrick.
him,
if they both got up there and say, last year was crazy, man. I would love to see Kendrick say, last year was crazy. That nigga tried me. I had to do this. And
yeah.
you're not going to
even watching Joey Badass and Rayvon kind of speak about the sport of it.
That is a great example.
It was dope. It was dope to watch him speak about the sport, and it would be dope to get the biggest artists in our industry to do that. But this was much bigger than just rap beef.
We saved them from their skeletons.
Terrance, no, because
because they all have bullshit in the battle, and we supposed to be able to pick through the bullshit and say, okay, based off all of it. But I think they saved themselves, and this goes beyond Kendrick and whatever. I think a lot of people saved themselves, even Gunna.
Well, you realize what them
Gunna
niggas
saving himself by not saying nothing.
100%.
Because you in a safe seat.
And believe it or not,
but if Gunna
Terrance,
started talking to Terrell, he might make himself look away.
Drake, element of Drake losing the battle was Kendrick's composure at the end. It just looked like Drake was posting stuff. It seemed like Drake was in more of a I need to explain myself
now,
space.
You're right about that.
Than Kendrick was.
When it's going on.
At the very end.
Yeah.
And think about other elements of that. Meg versus Nicki to start the year. Meg put out the His joint. Nicki goes crazy on Twitter, puts out Bigfoot, calls her all types of shit.
Yeah.
Meg didn't say anything. She got the dub. Kendrick, a little bit later in the year, same thing. He put out his records.
But you see,
Drake does all of the response now because Kendrick was calculated, bro. Kendrick was calculated with the way he laid that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to do the talk part of it.
We don't need you to talk shit at the halftime.
But Tino,
when y'all going to halftime. So when y'all in it, you right. You ain't gotta say shit. But the nigga want a whole
Thug and Gunna, but you talking about Thug and Gunna. They're both in it. Gunna staying quiet, but is a good thing about the because I don't want him to get to Thug level. Let Thug be the one that's crashing out. Your man on that song, starting the song, the closing argument joint, he's starting off by saying, okay, first off, you did this, I did this, so that I ain't a rat, you a rat. It just looks like you're trying to like.
He has a reason to explain himself.
Yes,
which is bad.
Like you're trying to once you
Gunna
in that place,
already went through this part of his career. Thug got to go through it without Gunna. Gunna already went through everybody calling him a rat with that first album. He used that music to push through it. I got a #1 hit my way through that shit.
I mean, Terrance, but what do you think about Thug saying he haven't made no new music because he don't have Gunna?
Terrell, you ever be so bro?
Hold up.
You ever be pissed
you
off
with
a
Thug fan?
Yeah.
What? The nigga said, "Why you ain't got no music?"
That's why about you.
Lost my nigga. So
that's the nicest way he can say, I'm too upset about this shit. The entire interview.
Is forever gonna bail Thug out.
Sorry, I'm not
that
bailing him out.
sounded to me like Gunna was the one that was putting the real good shit together. Because look at what we got from Gunna musically since he came home. He got right back to hits.
I definitely think we looking at a Jay-Z Kanye situation.
Hold up, that's completely.
No, it ain't.
It ain't.
If Kanye would have said "fuck you, nigga" to Jay-Z,
nah, yeah, his career would be.
Who knows where that nigga would be right now?
Hold on, wait, that's cold. I can't let you go that far. I can't let you go that far.
My bad, Jay. That's my bad.
I can't let you go that far because he was already Jay. But
musically,
we're not gonna act like you be a Billy, nigga. 2003 changed your fucking life.
Let's not act like musically we would still look at you the same way, Jay.
I cannot disrespect Kanye and the beats he gave you. Like
this nigga was able to come and you
even
were able to get your second
2003,
win with, bruh.
Even before 03, even before Blueprint, like
he gave you your second win.
Come on, like
so. Look, Thug 100%.
But Terrance, Jay-Z proved that without Kanye. But just for context, Jay-Z proved quickly that Terrell, without Kanye, he was good.
This my label. This is my label you on. You are on my label. Yes, I'm gonna need your help, nigga. I'm investing in my health.
Terrance, you are.
So my thing is, Y'all, I get what Thug mean, and this is just me. I get what he mean when he say, I put millions of dollars in your pocket. Changed your family life, your whole family trajectory, all of that shit, low key. I'm the nigga that changed that. Me.
Terrance.
All I'm gonna say is Terrell.
Okay.
You got niggas who will be like, but you put him in harm's way and you put his life in jeopardy and you made him a part of an YSL gang and he didn't want to be a gang member. But guess what? I just watched a video of this nigga Gunna with Nipsey behind him. He got on blue talking about you got niggas throwing neighborhood up in the video. And people was like, when the fuck
I remember that phase for Gunna.
I don't remember Gunna in a
when Nip died, what did Nip died, what did Gunna say when Nipsey died?
Probably something Nipsey blew.
What did he say? I think it was on a Dirk joint. Remember the Dirk joint he did in the video? They was in a jail.
All I'm gonna say is when I saw the video with him with
Okay.
Nip, I said, okay, bet. Like what's the name said, like Thug said about the street nigga aneurysms. You having street nigga aneurysms. I don't even know what he meant by that, but he was talking about how your music, you a street nigga. The way you walk around, the way you move, the way you talk. You know, you talking about rats in your music.
Mm-hmm.
You did put that on. You know what I mean? I can get Gunna. I can get
Gunna.
I can get Thug feeling like, okay, bet. Let's say you wasn't that. Like Gunna said, I still love the nigga. I know the nigga mother. Let's say you. This is Thug's whole point, y'all. If you ain't that, I just need you to tell me, and I need y'all to remember how a street nigga is. Think about.
Nah, it's like God looking at Jay Reed.
I need you to tell me why. Look at how crazy you would go, y'all.
Why? You gotta go watch In Too Deep, and then maybe you'll understand Thug's mindset.
You go watch It Too Deep. But
yes, because Terrance Thug remind me so much of the character, LL Cool J character in that movie, bro. Because think about it. He broke bread with Jay Reed to the point where you became my number 2. When Jay Reed takes the job, because if you don't know, In Too Deep, the movie starts with Omar Epps going undercover to LL Cool J, who running the biggest drug, whatever. His name is God. He runs the biggest drug, whatever, in New York, right? I think it's New York. But you watch the movie, and without spoilers, you're basically watching Omar Epps get in too deep. You watch, think about it, T. We watch Gunna get a little in too deep with the Thug shit. This nigga in South by West, we just had the video about it. Before that, little nigga running, my little niggas pulling up Gunna, and they hit what they trying to hit. Okay, like, yeah. Then he say mouth started running, we shooting rats right in their stomach and leave them aside. Ain't nothing funny when you try to break down an onion like you find a bread. Okay, nigga, you. All right.
And you got,
but
you have the
you got
nigga
Thug know it word by word.
Yes. Yeah, you under that nigga.
Thug know it word by word. If you look at In Too Deep, when
Gunna might be Jay Reed, bro. Gunna might be Jay Reed.
Gunna is Jay Reed. You are,
but you're not a cop.
But you're not a cop, you know. But the philosophy of no way, like, yeah. Spoiler alert if you want to watch the movie, because it won't ruin it, because this is literally the essence of the movie. You watch the movie to get to the part where the guy, the kingpin, finds out that you are the rat. It's like Donnie Brasco. It's like any movie you watch where I'm undercover, like I'm a cop. It's Mr. Orange in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, it's
he's gotta tell Harvey Keitel at some point that he is the nigga that is the cop.
Yeah.
When you watch In Too Deep,
he fought the whole movie for this motherfucker.
Yes. That y'all
like
gotta think about it.
Said 10 years of my life.
Yes, y'all, and that's the thing. We let the fact that this shit is entertainment and these niggas make music let us kind of muddle
the
reality of human response, y'all. We don't make all of our decisions calculated.
Nah.
We sometimes gonna fuck up. And this is not me bailing Thug out, but if you watch that movie, if you watch In Too Deep, when they got LL Cool J and fucking fine ass Terrance's crush for life
follows me on Instagram,
Pam Grier says, you wanna tell him? You want to tell him why? You want to tell him who booked him? You want to tell him about your whatever? And he was like, tell him, point to Omar Epps. This nigga LL Cool J look at him and go, he laughed. Man, whatever.
Okay.
Once that nigga start,
like once they start getting booked,
they start reading him his Miranda. This nigga look dead at him. You a cop? When you look at that face,
you a cop, man.
When he say you a cop, man, that first realization of, oh shit.
If me and Terrell was in the
executed
Oscar
that
committee
so well.
back in the day, we'd have gave them
Oh,
niggas
100
Oscars.
percent. 100%. But like,
And look, that wasn't that great of a performance.
just to bring it back to Thug, I feel that, bro. I do feel that.
I feel that from
Because if you're not ignoring the natural response of a human and not getting online with your fucking perfect, oh, I've never made a mistake or talk shit about anybody, that's the shit that pissed me off the most about this.
And if you think about, to me, I'm thinking about this nigga Thug sitting in a cell and being legit shocked that Thug that Gunna did that. And y'all, just to kind of like, one thing I do want to put a bow on this whole shit with the Gunna and Thug thing that I learned is everything is cool until this shit gets serious. The money part, the fun, and this goes for any team you on. The fun part of the team is always cool. Everybody want to be around us. Everybody want to be us when we winning. Everybody want to wear our jersey when we winning, want to be on our team. But when this shit gets real, you find out if the people that are on your team even want to be on the team. Not the people around. They gonna be gone for sure when shit get real. The motherfuckers that's on your team, you find out how much they really are loyal to you when shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And I think Thug found out the hard way with this one.
He did. Yes, he did. And I feel like it's something that we thought. You think about it, T. Our podcast come out, we talk about like a level of envy. It gotta be something that Thug feeling for Gunna. Yeah. We talked about it, and then this whole week, we get kind of the explanation of the confirmation of that. Like, oh, okay, I see it. I applaud Gunna for staying head down. He is honestly smoking the win, if I'm being honest. It's kind of remind me of like, you can say what you wanted about Kendrick last year. He's smoking. Seeing him, he was smoking his win. And watching Gunna do his run club shit, he with Brandon Marshall with the I Am Athlete. You was a fat nigga. You was a fat, go look at them young Gunna pics when he's on stage with the cartoon pants or the loony pants. Like, he came such a long way and literally changed his whole aesthetic. Got the fine Drake that he with now. He got the new girl he with. Like, but you just went in on all.
But do you respect what he did though to get
Terrance? You're a Thug fan and you're annoying, but you also are a Gunna fan of T.
I'm a
Terrance,
Gunna fan.
I don't care.
If Thug told me,
I thought we didn't care, nigga.
But this my thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you did what you had to do for your. This is how I'm gonna say it now, y'all. Knowing that you kind of backstab Thug make me feel like I rock with you because of Thug.
Terrance, I know y'all. Terrance
I would like to hear something from Gunna, even though we wouldn't. And like you said, he's smoking his win. But I do think some people are gonna start looking at Gunna in a way where, Gunna, I would never turn on his music, but like on some like man shit, I do have questions about, that. Like, I wonder if he would say some shit like, I ain't know shit was gonna turn like that. Like, imagine Gunna talking about when he got locked and the way he felt. I would want to see stuff like that because it would give some validity to like his perspective. Because right now, Thug could be trying to make me feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
And you got, and Terrance, a lot of people felt like the interview was Thug trying to turn more people against Gunna.
And this is why I said
I think
what's the name to win with
we're not talking,
nothing.
but T, we're not talking about that part either. A lot of people feel like Thug goes up and does his interview, but a lot of people felt like the interview was done to further sell this narrative about Gunna being away. You know? You a Thug fan, y'all. This is the thing about Terrance. Terrance is a Thug fan. Terrance is a fan of... First of all, if you a MalloryBros fan, come on. But you gotta remember, T, Thug could still be on some trying to manipulate shit. Like, I feel like...
I'm sorry, you're right. He could.
I heed to his word. Like, I respect what he say because you had the experience.
Yeah.
You went through it, and we really can't even get too enthralled with it. Bro, that's why I look at it from a distance, but I'm not tweeting all day about these leaks, y'all. Drake put out episode 3 of the ICEMAN series for his rollout for ICEMAN. And that joint was met with mixed reviews, to say the least. I think a lot of his fans enjoyed it, but a lot of people just kind of feel, I don't know about it. And if I'm being honest, y'all, as a Drizzy fan, I think this is the best rollout that Drake has ever done. I don't think he's ever been this introspective. I don't think he's ever done anything that's this level. Bro, you look at some of them clips and you see like all of the freezer shit, the Pinocchio, all of the people in suits. Y'all never got this from Drake. The nigga would say some shit, do some billboards. Like the CLB rollout was one of my favorites. But I think this is more of an artistic approach, right? The one thing for me, y'all, is that the music to me the music isn't doing much for me outside of the dope concept that I'm seeing. I think it's dope, y'all. I think us following this nigga around in live stream, I think it's Drake is very like on purpose about like what works. Like, I think it's a dope idea to go live, but you're rolling your album out. I think it's dope. But Terrance, I gotta keep it a buck. The music from the ICEMAN Volume 3 joint.
Yeah.
Right? I'll just say I like the Yeet joint a lot. Shout out to X.
Yes.
Crash out. The Yeet verse on that joint with the beat switch, that joint was actually nice. I'm ready for that to drop. The Party Next Door joint remix with Cash Cobain. I don't love Cash Cobain. I didn't need a Somebody Loves Me Part 2. I love the first one. I don't even want to listen to that one. That's the only thing that dropped on DSPs. The joint he was driving and he played that. A couple of the other beach joints, cool, but like, if I'm being honest, the music not really. What did I miss? Was a 7.5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 Drizzy record for me, comparing it to your best.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it went number 2, it was tame, cool, what did I miss? Whatever. You could watch, y'all seen, we did a video for that one. It was cool. But like, the music haven't really been doing a lot for me outside, but I love the concept. I love to see you doing this, but damn, I feel like even during the beginning when he was doing the bro thieves, me and my brother Rada, we both got our trophies doing something I know, you know that they know me. Nigga, you better than this. Like, you're better than this. You're better than this one word rapping shit that people say you do. And that's the thing that be blowing me about Drizzy sometimes. Like, nigga, just do what you do.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to sometimes, you know, like, dog, you smoking the rollout, but you know what? I'll tell you this. I'll say this to you, and I'm soapboxing, but I'll let you have it. Somebody Loves Me Part 2 being the only thing that come out on DSPs, it just kind of sometimes feels like you're doing this from a very crippled place. You battling UMG, nigga. I get it. But I think it's kind of hurting him not being able to put some music out. Like, listening to the beats is cool. You playing the music on stream is cool, it's getting us excited, but then you got stuff saying, you got niggas like Aiden Ross, who we don't know if it is a reputable source or not, right? Yeah. All these stream niggas know about the album coming. So everybody's giving us different info, and the Drake fans kind of fried themselves because they was making it seem like some big shit was dropping episode 3. Oh, y'all gotta watch. Y'all be there, be swears type shit. And it ended up being really chill. It ended up being another chill joint. And it's like, yo, this joint was cool. But like, as much as I love this concept, and as much as I'm excited for the album, I can't say that the music I've heard now made me excited for the album. I'm more excited to hear what you're gonna say about Post Beef, to get another Drake album, to finally get the album. But that I would be lying if I said, oh, you heard this record? I can't wait for the album. Like, of course, the Yeet joint I love, y'all. The What Did I Miss joint I liked. Some of the beats I've heard, I like. Some of the rapping little joints from there, I like. But it's nothing that I'm like running to the album for, y'all. I'm a Drizzy fan.
Yeah.
Like, that's keeping it a stack.
And if you ask me, I personally feel like you said, very, very, very dope rollout. And I think it would all be working out better if the nigga didn't have the lawsuit and the loss.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You got two.
It would be very different, too, because he wouldn't have this redemption, revenge
But
angle.
even if he did, though, I just mean lawsuit and loss, those two, I think you should have just low-key, and then this is just me, I just kind of feel like it's hard for us to, like you said, it's hard for us to really get into this rollout, this rollout we finally getting. Mm-hmm. It's hard for us to really, really only feel that, only because I feel like, and it's just my opinion, just a little too soon. I feel like Drizzy should have waited just wait a little bit and really let the game go, you know what I'm saying, dark.
Now, you know what?
Because I do feel like he's low-key.
We are feeling a Drake-less hip-hop. You see Joe and them talked about
you see,
it.
this is my thing.
So there's some elements of truth. I'm saying that because it might be true what you're saying.
Yeah, but then we haven't seen a Drakeless world. The nigga's still out here.
Yeah, you're right.
Niggas think it was dope for him to do the Bobbi Altoff interview where it's not a hip hop platform. I get it, y'all, but then again, no. You should not be. It's like, I agree with that. What Drizzy's point is to give you me, but not give you me, and starve you. Make you see me, want me, but not give you me. But I feel like that's not the best strategy after a loss. Because you look dead.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
You're a zombie until... And you're not, of course.
But Terrance...
he put out a...
Come on, bro.
But bro,
niggas far from a zombie.
You don't look like a zombie until you go on that interview and you do that. You're not a zombie. You're right. You put out
I still don't think he looks like a zombie. I feel like Drake...
I think he only looks like a zombie when he does certain things like this, where I'm telling you, bro, like the lawsuit make you look like a zombie. It looked like you died. Oh, I'm suing. You lost. Like, I don't care what you say. You going on interviews and you're like, I told it's hard to watch sometimes because I'm like, he do need the nigga that's gonna be like, yo, so you know the shit with Kendrick. You need that. You need that.
But honestly, T,
and the fact that you going out of your way to
you need that.
Terrell, no.
And guess what? No, you need that from him. Everybody wants him to do that.
But why are you outside then? Because I don't think this is helping you. If you
and this is the thing, and because I agree with you, I don't like the Bobbi Altoff interview because I'm not a fan of her. I don't feel like she's talented.
It's like they're both just. Like,
you're not talented. I don't care what nobody say. Like you're not. I wouldn't say you were talented because what do? You're just an awkward chick that they platformed and they sat Drake next to you for your first bid. Of course, somebody gonna want to sit next to you after that. Your first shit was Drizzy, or one of your first shits was.
Second shit was Offset. Second shit was somebody else.
Think about it. I argue that Drake made that platform. It platforms you to the biggest level you ever. You got a literally pre-battle Drizzy nigga. Like you got a pre-smut on your rep Drizzy.
Yeah, he was huge.
Interview. Like that was the biggest shit ever. So I don't really look at it like
the next person rolling their album out come hit you.
I feel like once Drake go up there, everybody else can go. Like
if you accepting, let us hop.
So
on
like that. I don't really fuck with her like that. I get Drake is on some anti-culture. Y'all wanted to say fuck me, bet. I'm not sitting with none of y'all cool. I didn't expect him to go sit with nobody. I honestly just saying it because I would
sit with the fire in the booth dude
or
something. You
saying
know,
it because I'm a fan and think it would be dope. I think Rory and Maul deserve the Drake interview.
I do too.
I would love to see because Rory is going to ask the right questions.
Rory will
ask the right questions about the battle, about everything.
Yep.
And Maul is the inside.
Yeah.
Like I would like for him
to talk just to Maul.
He could,
because this is my nigga who I talk to.
I would like to see him sit down with them if anybody, and that's just my own personal thing. I know a lot of people feel how they feel.
Drizzy, you could still do your chill. We not gonna talk about the beef thing. It's just the Bobbi Altoff thing is where I say zombie. You're trying to look like I'm not bothered.
Yes, and it makes you look like I'm doing this because
y'all are mad at me.
And let me tell you this, Brody. A lot of the music kind of feel that way. Even like, okay, cool. What did I miss? Is what it is. And then you got, I get he's gonna talk his shit about, what happened.
Yeah.
Last summer, you old niggas want this. It feel like he's very like.
Why do I feel
and
like
I've been
we
saying
did
it in
not
the music,
do weekend recap?
Terrance, we started with you cutting your face, boy. That was the weekend recap.
And we did recap.
Not, yeah. And we still got to do an NFL recap. So
I was supposed to say that Sonny took her first steps. The NFL is...
But we shouldn't have put the pick'em and stuff out.
The pick'em is fine. We were supposed to do the pick'em and that's it. We supposed to get on the podcast and say, hey, Pigskin pick'em is up. Look at your picks. I went this and this week. It could be that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm telling you right now, Terrell, the NFL is too damn juicy for anything less than 30 minutes. Let's do it. NFL week 1.
We don't got, but no, we just realized we didn't recap it.
You know I talk about it.
I don't want it to turn into us talking about the Commanders and Broncos.
We don't have to.
We, of course, got to talk about our teams, of course.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to do what we always do, which is it ends up getting dominated by Commanders talk. Because you have a rep of making everything about
I'm going to talk about
JD5. If JD5, that's the thing about Commanders fans that y'all don't get. Y'all low key annoying with JD5.
cooking my parlay.
Let's go. How Jetta's doing? Where's Jetta's?
3 for 34. All of the big receivers are doing nothing.
3 for 34.
All
One
the
TD,
big
one TD
receivers are
though.
going crazy.
One TD, you'll get like 13 points, but like, nah, yeah.
And then look, Aaron Jones, 6 carries for 17 yards.
All right, y'all, look. All right, bet, T. We'll do this real quick. Y'all, we just realized we did not even do a weekend recap. The weekend recap / NFL recap is going to be at the end of the pod because that's pretty much what our weekend was. Except Terrance had a huge milestone that I would say would be separate from that. Sonny walking.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. I didn't forget that. I'm thinking you were talking about the beard thing.
No, I was saying we didn't do the recap. We forgot to do the weekend recap, but we have to talk about the
Terrell's
weekend.
saying this right now, but I told him literally not long ago, we forgot to do the weekend recap. And the reason why I said that is because my Sonny B took her first steps, y'all. First real legit steps. I can actually show y'all. Because I'm not the type of nigga that doesn't share milestone memes. Look at my baby girl taking steps, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 steps, Terrell.
Yeah. She smoked it.
Look, she was so happy.
She was. But, y'all, weekend recap. I'm sorry. NFL was most of my weekend, y'all. And Terrance cutting his beard. When I think about highlights from this weekend, like that.
I had a huge weekend. FSU. We put
Y'all
up
won
70.
again?
Hell yeah, we bust what is it? Something Texas A&M. Not Texas A&M, the Texas A&M, but East Texas A&M. We beat their ass 70-3. Go Noles, No Nation.
Sheesh.
Put respect on us, young. We won them ones this year. Beat Bama. Beat East Texas.
Washington.
And then Commanders W over the Giants. Come on, y'all. It was definitely a dope weekend for your boy.
Yeah, man. All got together on Terrance's on Sunday. Or that pizza was all right, Terrance. We got to do something different.
That pizza was all right, but that pizza,
It just didn't hit like it normally hit. What's up with
I
them?
don't know what it is, y'all.
We ain't gonna put them out there.
Pizza Hut and Domino's have not been hitting.
I said,
Why the fuck would we not put them out there? You act like we ordered from some premier
No, I'm
pizza.
just
We got
saying,
regular
like-
ass pizza.
No, yeah. NFL week 1 was they set the tone for the year with the first week. It was so many good games. It's so many games I haven't even seen the highlights or even the shit too, to be completely honest, y'all, because I have been like actually watching. This is the first year that I feel like I'm watching film a little bit different. Like I'm trying to see more of even teams I don't fuck with. So I got a lot of film to watch myself. Of course, we got outdubbed. Spanked the Titans, even though y'all we did not look good. We look rough as fuck. Bo Nix, hey, not even gonna say much, right? Because it's early. Well, wait, but he was the roughest part of our shit. So,
Man, I definitely think it was an exciting week 1 NFL, even all the way down to the Sunday night game. I literally woke up and could not believe that the Ravens lost that game. Could not believe the Ravens lost that game when I went to sleep. I literally went to sleep feeling like whatever. But like, it's funny because if we'd have done the NFL picks this week, I feel like I'd have got cooked. I know I'd have got cooked with a game like the Dolphins losing 33-8. I don't know why I felt like, not that the Colts was going to be something, but I just felt like there'd be more of a fight there. I might have leaned Dolphins.
See, that's what I need to go and look at. A game like that, I need to go and watch that game. I want to see what happened. I heard Tua didn't look good at all.
They said Tua was,
And I heard Mike McDaniel didn't call a great game
the
either.
Dolphins didn't look good at all, period, as overall. Also, a game like the Steelers-Jets. I wasn't expecting Aaron Rodgers to go out there and throw 4 touchdowns and look as good as he did.
Yeah, it's true.
That's got me looking at Pittsburgh completely different now.
Yes, yeah. If they can make it work like that.
Because people was trying to throw smut on Aaron Rodgers' name all offseason. For sure, he has a hate group
Terrance
now.
for sure.
But
because Terrance,
he's still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, we could say.
Until he have a bad game,
He's still one of the best in the league.
Because think about it, he ran out there with the Jets night 1, got hurt.
Yeah.
And then, people give him shit because he don't be playing in the offseason. He's going to take the whole whatever off. You're not going to see him. He's going to be doing podcasts and shit. People just wanted to see what the product was going to look like. And damn, he went out there and actually looked all right. I will say this, T. Speaking of that, speaking of just people that went crazy, Jordan Love. Packers fans know that I gave them so much shit last year in the pick'em. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I gave them so much shit because I was like, Packers fan, I don't believe in y'all. I don't know this year, y'all. Like, I'm liking the energy. I'm liking seeing him and Micah walking off the field at the end, talking to the fans. Like, that's one. I like that, bro. You know, I like energy like that.
And I think, like, you know, he has so much built-in time with the organization. It got to feel good to see the love start to connect.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad he got another superstar in Micah on the defense. You know what I'm saying? A superstar that's like the vocal, people gonna fuck with him everywhere superstar. You gonna start seeing them 11 jerseys everywhere. Micah's a superstar, and he brings that.
Micah had one solo tackle, but he also had a sack.
He had a dope sack.
You know, I'm not gassing Micah Parsons' one tackle, one sack game. That was a very tame. That was the Micah Parsons we know from Dallas. You know? I'm not hating at all. I'm not hating on him at all.
Look at it.
I'm just not gassing Micah. I will gas Love. Love looked really good, bro.
What was his stat line? I need to watch his game.
He was 16 for 22. He threw for 188 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns.
Oh,
no
okay,
picks.
so a chill game for him. I need to see because that's not a. People like to see when it's just 150 whatever or 170.
Real, but I mean, this is my thing.
Game.
You could say it's a chill game, but they went out there and beat Detroit. No,
I'm just speaking to J Love's stat line versus what his actual game might have looked like. You know, because sometimes people will take your stat line.
It's crazy that y'all look at under 200 like it wasn't good.
Even Jalen Hurts, I will give Jalen Hurts credit for that Eagles win, even though I still feel how I feel about him as a quarterback. I feel like he is one of the biggest reasons they won that game, but it won't show in his stat line. It won't show.
Nah.
But the stat line's still important. Let's not get it twisted. But
I'll say this. Brock Purdy goes out there, and this is my home away from home, Seattle. Brock Purdy goes out there and throws 2 touchdowns. He threw 2 picks, but he threw 250 yards.
2 picks? I'm not raising an eyebrow for Purdy.
250 yards, and he willed his team to a W. I'm not sitting here saying anything, but like I thought Christian McCaffrey didn't look too bad. And I don't know. I'm a little afraid of the 49ers and the Packers, y'all. And of course, my Commanders, I felt like Jaden Daniels had a rough game. Our defense looks so good. I love our rookie, Bill Krosky-Merritt. Love him. Terry McLaurin was open. We need to get him the ball more. Debo in the end zone. Holla at me. Didn't I tell y'all we was the number one tandem?
It was very nice. I will say this, y'all. I want to watch the highlights of that Bucks Falcons game, the Bengals Browns game. I have not seen.
Bucks Falcons, their young receiver with the 2 touchdowns.
I forget his name.
Hey, look, hold on, wait. Michael Penix Jr. played.
Yeah, he had a.
I was gonna ask you, what the fuck happened to Kirk Cousins? Is he injured? That's the one thing
Terrance,
that I'm just like green on. I'm like,
Kirk Cousins snapped his damn. He ain't ready yet. I don't think.
Damn,
he had a crazy injury last year. Remember?
Yeah.
But what was his name? Egbuka, 4 for 67, 2 TDs.
Egbuka.
It was good to see that, man. He's a new guy. He's a new young. One of the everybody wanted to see. My boy RJ Harvey got a TD out Denver. Y'all see?
I know somebody in fantasy was getting cooked and said, "Who the fuck is Egbuka? Who?" You ever be playing fantasy? You don't know all the players. You like, hold on, wait, who did he get?
No, RJ Harvey didn't have a TD, but he had some good runs. He had 6. He was like 6 or so, 6 for like 70, 80. But yeah, man, I gotta go and watch some tape, man. It was a great first week 1. I will have to say this about the Sunday night game, y'all. As a Lamar guy, y'all know I'm a Lamar guy. Y'all know I'm always saying, yo, he deserved to be MVP. I ain't think Josh Allen deserved it. I still think Lamar is the best quarterback in the league. I think clear and uncut, he's the best quarterback in the league. I think Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. I think he's an amazing quarterback. I think the football gods were in his favor last night. A couple of things that just went his way, but I will say this. When he got the ball back, he made that motherfucker count. And you can't take it from him. 400 and something total yards, whatever. You still not better than Lamar to me. I feel like if Derrick Henry don't fumble and give y'all the ball right there, the game over. If Jair Alexander, is it Jair Alexander? Yeah, if Jair don't do that egregious pass interference that put them right there and give them that shot for the TD, the game over. I feel like as a Lamar guy, it was tough to watch them go from the 40 to 25 to the loss and just watching it not be Lamar's fault. Literally watching everything else just be like, damn, y'all, He fucked up, they end up scoring. Then he fuck up, they get the ball back, they score. They convert. Game over.
I feel like the football gods definitely, I don't know what it was, but that had to be probably one of the most disappointing like losses. I woke up, I said, oh nah. If I was a Ravens fan, I'd be sick. What do you think about also Joe Burrow went out there and went 14 for 23 for 150, a buck 50.
I'm not going to indict him off of one game. You know how
Terrell, no. 14 for 23, 14 out of 23 for 113 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe Flacco was 31 for 45 with 1 touchdown, but 290 yards, almost 300 yards.
You know how the Bengals start, bro. You know how the Bengals start.
I don't like that. I'm being told.
I'm not saying that they're good.
I'm being told all season that Joe Burrow is top 3.
He's top 4
and
he's
you
top
go
5.
out there and you low key not even doing that great against the Browns. Let's act like the Browns are just the most top tier, toughest defense ever for Joe Burrow. You see, JD5, he's out there against a humble Giants team. I get it, but that defensive line is a little tough.
So, but
too.
my question is, you want us to take
I think
Joe Burrow out of the top 5 and what? Put your guy?
No.
Who also had a
all I'm saying is if
looking like it might be a slump day?
If JD5 looking like it might be a slump day. If JD5 goes out there, and what was JD5's
this stat line one thing, but one thing we saw with JD5 is he's not as the most accurate rookie QB in history.
Jaden's stat line was 19 out of 30 for 233 yards and a tutty. My thing is this, and he also had like the most rushing yards on our team also. 68 rushing yards.
He ran a touchdown too, didn't he? He ran in one, didn't he? Or no?
No, he just threw one.
Oh, he did throw one, okay.
But this is my thing, Terrell. Joe Burrow goes out there and has a very mediocre game. That's mediocre. Y'all don't say that Jalen Hurts. Well, look at what Jalen Hurts did. Jalen Hurts literally ran 2 touchdowns. He didn't throw it.
He had 150 pass yards. They still said, look at this.
Look, they said, look, he's a fullback. But Joe Burrow goes out there. You got T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. And you only can throw for 113 yards against.
But did you watch any of that game, or are you going solely on his stat line? Because I don't know. I'm not saying this, Terrance. What if he got hurt? Did you watch the highlights? Did he play the whole game? Or are you just looking at the 113?
Do you see how you're looking to bail him out?
I'm asking context questions before we indict this nigga.
The nigga played the whole game. I think he was getting his ass beat by Myles Garrett, though. He got blew up by Myles Garrett.
I did see that. That was insane.
All I'm going to say is this, y'all. If JD5 were to go out there and go 14 for 23, that's where you say I go. I feel like if any other quarterback, let's not even use JD5. If Jalen Hurts goes out there and goes 14 for 23 with 113 yards and they get the win, y'all gonna kill Jalen Hurts.
So what should we do today? Should we say,
I think y'all
let's
should be
take Joe Burrow out of the top 5 because of this game? Because what if next game he throw 400? See, because that's what he do.
But that's my thing. If next game Hurts throw 400, then what?
The Hurts don't do that. If the Hurts throw 450 yards tomorrow.
But if he do it, y'all will respect it.
We will respect it if he does.
Then why you can't talk about this? Why is it, he must have had an off day. They start slow. What you mean they start slow? They've been mediocre the last 2 years. We're going to stop doing this.
When you throw 4,000.
mediocre the last 2 years.
First of all,
that team has been mediocre. Joe Burrow is dope.
Joe Burrow haven't been mediocre. Joe Burrow was actually had a great year last year.
I'm not talking about Joe. I'm saying the Bengals are not. You they start slow.
No,
I'm saying going to lose games.
I'm with you.
The last 2 years, they've been middle of the pack. They are not this crazy-ass team. So my thing is, we ain't waiting for a heat up.
Terrance, but Joe Burrow, what did he finish last year? Joe Burrow finished last year, I don't want 25. He finished last year with 4,900 yards, 43 TDs, and 9 INTs, Terrance. He had 43 touchdowns. So that's kind of like, Joe Burrow had a bad game, yes, but given his resume, I'm not going to indict him after one game, Terrance.
A resume with what on it?
No, but T, your whole...
you will hold Jalen Hurts, though. You hold his feet to the fire, but he just won a Super Bowl.
He literally has never thrown over... He's never thrown 3,500 passing yards.
Terrell, but he's
never thrown more than 23 touchdowns.
He doesn't need to.
But T,
he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to.
Terrance, the conversation...
He has a team that's a running team.
Terrance, the conversation would be different about Jalen Hurts if Jalen Hurts was doing like,
I just don't like the way
no,
that
but
you
see,
are
you're indicting.
I'm not indicting him. You just bailing Burrow out.
Because
but
yes,
if it was somebody else, you wouldn't be doing that.
if it was Jalen Hurts that threw 113 yards, I would say he's not a top quarterback because this is what he always do. He's
But
always
Joe
gonna throw a
Burrow
little
can
bit
throw for
and be good of a part of the
113,
system.
And you just go chalk it up to he had a bad game, basically.
Terrance, yes, because Joe Burrow has 500-yard passing game. So I kind of have to say, yo, you're using his passing yards to quantify him being a fall. You saying 113 is bad. I'm just saying, you're right. But I'm not about to take him out of the top 5 combo because, hey, you can't take him out of the combo, T. You just want JD5 to be there. He's not yet. How about that?
I think JD5 is a 5 times better quarterback than Joe Burrow. And look.
Did he show that yesterday?
Yes. 68 rushing yards. I lead the team.
Rushing
I had
yards.
a bad game.
That's a quarterback.
Terrell, I had a bad game, but he still had a much better game than Joe Burrow. And that's
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
did
be your guy.
hold on, but
He had a bad
we
game.
didn't say
and
better than
still
Burrow. We didn't say better than Burrow. We said, did he look good yesterday?
Terrell,
And he did not.
JD5 did. Okay, look.
He looked all right.
JD5's bad game, like, y'all, he had a bad game. But his bad game is 1930 for 233 yards, but we talking over 350 all-purpose yards for the team, Terrell.
Yes. But we watched
Joe Burrow's not that.
But we watched
a
him.
bad game from Joe Burrow is an almost loss
Let's see if
to the Browns. Fuck out of here.
Let's see if your guy can throw 4,900 yards. Let's see if your guy can throw 43 touchdowns. Because guess what? I'm going to hold your guy to the same standard I hold that guy in Philly. You better keep up as good as you was, nigga. Me and you watched that game. Pass back here. Pass over here.
Did he win the game?
What's going on,
Did he win the game?
JD5?
Terrell.
You looking a little not as sharp.
Terrell,
Boy,
but this the
fuck
thing.
out of
You
here.
talk about 19 for 30 is not his shot. But the thing is, the nigga was low-key still.
Terrence, I'm with you,
Terrell,
but you wanna
the
come.
Giants fans will tell you JD5 still won that game, bro.
Ted,
He
you
can
know
have a
what?
bad-
I just let you do it
Joe
again.
Burrow
I
is-
let you do this again. We have now talking about JD5 again.
We're not talking about JD5, y'all. We talking about Joe Burrow had a horrible ass, not a horrible game, y'all. Not horrible. But Joe Burrow did not have this, I'm the best quarterback in the league game. Where
he didn't,
he's
but
miles
Terrence,
better
I
than my
can't-
guy JD5.
And I feel like Terrence is the same as last year picks, y'all. Do y'all remember last year Terrence picks would be like, what the fuck is up with, why is everybody talking about this person? And then if you talk to him long enough, the Commanders creep their way into the combo.
Terrell, that's not true.
This whole Joe Burrow thing is because you don't like the fact that people will thrust him over JD5 because that nigga can
There's
throw
a lot
40
of other
touchdowns.
quarterbacks
And
that
he
I would-
is a better quarterback than JD5, T. Quarterback?
But you know what y'all
He's
won't
a better
say,
passer.
man?
I'll say that.
I feel like if you give JD5 Jamar Chase,
But
he
T,
will have 75
Sure,
touchdowns
but
in
see,
a
look,
year.
think about what Terrence do. You want to indict Joe Burrow and say 113 yards passing and 1 TD, whatever. Okay, this nigga has thrown for 4,900 and 43 touchdowns at the end of the year, so we kind of got to take those two stats and wait. But then when we bring up JD5 bad game, what do he say? 68 rushing
He
yards.
had a good game.
What about his pass situation, boy? He tried to bring up the dual
it
threat
was a
part.
bad game because of accuracy, but he still had a good game. He didn't go 14 for fucking 23 for a $113.
Man, this
You've
is
never seen JD5 do that low key.
This is going to be a fun ass season.
It is gonna be a fun
Work.
season, and I'll say this, y'all: we get our respect early this year, cause hey, Green Bay. Oh yeah,
Let's see.
Y'all got a nice
Let's
hot
see.
start, Green Bay. But let me tell you something: the realist is coming to town. I think it might be a road game. I don't think it's at Northwest. The realist is coming to town, y'all. 2 words: JD5.
Terrence, okay, 2 words.
This year.
Who's the Grim Reaper of Washington, boy? Y'all can never
We ain't
deal
got
with.
Taylor Heineke no more, Micah.
Y'all could never deal
We
with
ain't got
Micah.
Taylor
Well, you better
Heineke
hope
more.
Laramie is on his best game. You better hope. You better hope. Oh, I can't wait. Thursday night. Oh, we can get
In
some
front of the world, man. Watch us get this dub in front of the world.
Watch
right
this.
now.
Watch y'all. Watch y'all. Hey, look, this is a long.
I mean, what about the Broncos? The motherfucker want to talk about me. Bo Nix threw fucking 8 picks and said,
You don't see me up here saying Joe Burrow. You don't see me. But y'all, that's the podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Another Tuesday. Big shout out to the Reddit's not on Patreon for always tapping in with us, man. Big shout out to everybody on YouTube. We've been dropping on YouTube again. The channel is back up over there. Please go subscribe over there because everything is in motion, y'all. What a time To be realist,
Realist
nah.
nine, come
Kendrick,
on.
you got anything before we go? 268, Antigua, and
Antigua,
Barbuda.
and Barbadu.
No, you Barbuda, right?
Oh yeah, Barbuda, because
Yeah.
I'm at the Barbuda.
Yes, sir.
Take your vitamin C, man. Sunny B got my nose running. Y'all might see me wiping. Sunny B, man. Got my nose running. New beard means new me, y'all. New beard, new me. New arc. You know what I'm saying? This is my new villain arc. So
I'll say this, y'all. If you have not changed your toothbrush and you got sick and you still brushing with that same toothbrush you were sick with, you have to change that. With that, take vitamin C. Till next time. 9/9/2025.